Hey guys, Red Pen Mining here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day this video. Alright, I have two of my Avalon Nano3s here, which are no longer working. They've been off actually for the past month or so now. And initially, I thought, okay, they're dead. They're completely dead. Like, I've never opened them. They've been running nonstop for, I think, more than a year now, and they've died, essentially. But I don't know if it's because of either something inside, or is it the power supplies? So I do have two new power supplies, which thank you to Altair Tech for sending me these two. I'm gonna see if these will work on my Avalon Nano3Ss, because I'm unsure. I don't have any power supply replacements for these Avalon Nano3Ss, and so this video is just to see if we can get these to work again and hopefully help somebody out there that may have the same issue, as I've actually been hearing a lot of people with these Avalon Nano3Ss having some issues, okay, power supply issues. So yeah, we're gonna try it out today. So thank you to Altair Tech for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are interested in, especially in ordering any parts from their website, especially like a power supply, use code RPM for 1% off. I'll have a link down below. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me try out these stock power supplies, the ones that came with my Avalon Nano3s. This, you can see here, max capacity, power capacity is 140 watt, 28 volt at 5 amps. Okay, so yeah, so this is what I initially thought. No, sorry, I didn't initially thought it was a power supply issue, because look, once I plug it in, as you guys can see, there's power here. Look at that. See, there's power. There's an LED light right here. But look at this now. Let me power on my white Nano3S here. Okay, so I'm gonna plug it in on the back. Okay, like so. All right, and does anything turn on? Nope, it does not turn on. All right, so even though there is a light here, it doesn't turn on. So that's what I initially thought. I'm like, oh, I think my Nano3S is dead. So let me go ahead now, and I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna try the other one. I have a black Avalon Nano3S here. Okay, so let me plug it in on the back here, USB-C. And does this one turn on? No. See, this one's not turning on. Even if I hold down the power button, right? Normally it should turn on, right? I forgot to test that with you guys on the white one, but yeah, it doesn't work, right? Normally it should just turn on. If I hold the button, right, the soft touch button, right, nothing comes up. So these two power supplies, which I think within a month, they both died. Let me try the other one. I have the other stock one right here. Okay, so let me plug that in here. Okay, and this one has no light. Okay, the other one has a light, but this one has no light. So now, if I plug it into the Nano3S, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Doesn't turn on here. Let me try the other one. And nothing, right? Doesn't turn on. So I have a potential solution. Well, I don't know if it's the solution or not, but I have two new power supplies. Okay, so here are the ones from Altair Tech. Comes like this, okay? A package like this. It's an $80 power supply. All right, and yeah, these are also comes with this as well, which goes into the back of the power brick here. Let me just take one out, showcase to you guys. So here it is, brand new Avalon Nano3S power brick. So I know in the past we have, we bought custom ones for like the Avalon Nano3s, and those had a certain power requirement, like a 140 watt GAN USB-C 3.1 power delivery requirement. So obviously Canon, with their original power supply, which again, Altair Tech sells these original ones, they have that power requirement as well. But why did the two original power supplies that I had die? Well, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Well, I don't know that yet, because I don't know if these new power supplies are gonna turn these Nano3Ss on. So let's go ahead. Let's plug her in. Okay, brand new power supply. Okay, we got a light there, as you guys can see. That's all well and good. Okay, let's try the white Nano3S here. Let's plug her in. Oh, There we go. All right, so brand new power supply, and now the Nano 3S turns on. Yes. All right, this is my 6 terahash, the 6 terahash model. And yeah, the touchscreen is working now. It says hi. I do also want to try in this video a USB to Ethernet adapter, because I now have my own BCH node, my local Umbrel OS installation with RetroMike's BCH node that I can mine to. So I'm going to solo mine locally with Ethernet with my Nano 3S's here. So, okay. There you guys go. There you can see there. It's on now. So I was actually looking for other replacements other than the stock power supply, and I honestly couldn't find anything. I couldn't find much in terms of the power supply replacement for the Avalon Nano 3S, but look, I do have the filter message there, so looks like I have to go through the app and hit the filter message, but looks like it's ramping up here, 113 watts, and so I'm gonna let this go now. Okay, I want to plug in the second power brick here that I have. Okay, so let's do that right now and see if this other Nano 3S is working. So I got my other power supply. Okay, so here's the other PSU brick here, and then I have the cable that goes into the laptop brick like this. Okay, now I'm going to plug it into my power surge bar here, which again, you don't want to use full time, especially if you're gonna, use the full extent of your circuit. With a power bar, the power bar will probably melt. So just a disclaimer there. Okay, let's try out this black Nano 3S here. Does it turn on? And it turns on, yeah. Okay, so it was just simply the stock power supplies. Oh, so that's strange how I have 2 Avalon Nano 3S power supplies dead. That is just interesting. Okay, now I'm feeling a good amount of heat coming out of this Nano 3S now, so that is working. All right, you know what? I want to try now the USB to Ethernet adapter, which link down below if you guys want to give her a try here. This is the one I'm using. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to take out the black USB Wi-Fi adapter, okay, which is on the side. Now there is a USB port on the side, right? And we do get this message on the screen now. It says no USB devices inserted. So now I'm going to plug in the Ethernet adapter, okay? And now I'm then going to plug in a Ethernet cable here, okay? So let's plug her in. All right. And let's see, it says please check Wi-Fi configuration, and I'm seeing my little Linksys TP-Link or Linksys, one of those two, adapter does have a light, and it looks like, let's see if it's getting an IP. Yeah, 1070, that is my local LAN DHCP range there. So yes, that is working. It's not on Wi-Fi. It is on LAN, and so I'm assuming now latency will be way better. Actually, let me see if I can log into the web GUI and see that. Okay, so I'm in one of the Nano 3S's, the one that's wired. Okay, so this one's Nano 3S01. You can see I am solo mining locally to my own node there. And this ping time here is essentially the delay in data transmission between a device and the server. So this is between the Nano 3S and my local node here. So I'm getting pretty much optimal 1 millisecond to the pool. Now, here is my wireless one, Nano 3S. Okay, this is gonna be number Nano 3S02. And I am getting about 4 milliseconds on Wi-Fi for this device here. So that's a good, 3 millisecond difference. Sometimes it goes down to 2. I've never seen the Wi-Fi device go down to 1, obviously because it's on Wi-Fi. So with, wireless devices, there is going to be a little bit of latency, but really depends on also your Wi-Fi infrastructure. So for me, here's one of my Ubiquiti Unify Wi-Fi 6 lights, I believe. I'm actually thinking about getting the newer ones, but honestly, these have been working just fine. I have a few other ones around my house, but yeah, you can see over here, this is where my wireless Bitcoin miners, my other solo miners right now. So anyways, here is the two. Okay, so yeah, this is the LAN one, working good. and now the Wi-Fi one working just fine. And now got 2 new power supplies. Now this is where I'm, oh, these are getting hot. So I think that's why these, the other Nano 3S power supplies have died, because probably they overheated. So there definitely needs to be some cooling involved on those power supplies. So let me just see here, how hot do these Nano 3S power supplies get? And yeah, look at that, 60 degrees Celsius. All right, 62 degrees Celsius on that one. So yeah, they're getting pretty toasty. And I think, yeah, over time, as these are obviously running 24/7, I think you do need some type of fan on these. Otherwise, they're gonna get real hot, and they're just probably gonna die. Same thing that happened to me. So if you guys had your Nano 3S die, changing the power supply will work, but ultimately I think you're gonna need to add some air cooling for the power supplies. And yeah, these are nice heaters right now. Actually, it's pretty cold where I am, so perfect heater. Altair Tech, thank you for the stickers as well. Mind your independence. Altairtech.io. Love it, love it. Okay, guys, well, that's it for the video. That's all I wanted to showcase today. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Do you guys have, you know, any issues with your Avalon Nano 3s? Have they died because of the power supplies? Let me know down below. And yeah, if you guys are looking for power supply replacements, altairtech.io has them. Use code RPM, you get 1% off. All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out, peace out. Yeah, this is cool. All right, back in action. Solo mining, Bitcoin Cash. Here we go.